268 verse, chapter 1. Yadyapi swatantrami swatantra vihara tathapiha bhakta vasha swabhava amara bhakta vasha. Lord says, I'm controlled by the devotees. Generally in material world, we don't like to be controlled. We like to control others. But in the spiritual world, is exactly opposite of the material world. Krishna says, I like to be controlled by the devotees. You see, the fight in the house is if wife likes to control the husband, husband says, how dare you control me? And if husband controls the wife, then the wife says, why are you controlling me? The whole fight is because of that. Right from the house to the office to the nation, everybody wants to be controller. But Krishna, even though he's a supreme controller, he says, I'm fully dependent. And my activities are also, I'm fully independent. And my activities are also independent. It is my nature to be controlled by my devotees. Now, see, we are not independent, we are dependent. But still, we do not like to be controlled. Like everybody is dependent on someone or the other. Everyone, but we don't like to be controlled. Krishna, though he is not dependent, he is completely independent, Swarata, completely independent. Still, he says, I like to be controlled by my devotees. If devotees scold Krishna, he likes it because he takes it so nicely. Oh, my devotees are so concerned about me. That is why he loves to be controlled by his devotees. In the Bhagavatam, it is said, 9th canto, 4th chapter, 66th verse. Because before that, let me see the Vrikasura. Yesterday I was just reading, there was a storybook of Nainu. So I was just discussing with her the story. There was the same story of Vrikasura. It is the same like Bhasmasura. Same. Same story like Bhasmasura. Only here the difference is there Lord appears in the Mohini avatar. Here Lord appears like a monk and tells to Vrikasura that we don't know this Shiva. He has gone mad, especially after Sati has gone. He is only he has only ghosts and goblins as his disciples or shishyas. So he has gone mad. We don't know whether he is given the right boon or not. You just check this boon. You keep the hand on your head and see. That is how the story ends. Vrikasura story. I really wanted to know what is Vrikasura because Vrikasura I have not come across because that chapter I have not read. So you can read the chapter. Ninth canto, fourth chapter, 66 verse is stated, Mai nirbadda hridayah, sadavaha samadarshanaha, vashe kurvanti mam bhaktyah, sat striha satpatim yatha. As chaste women bring their gentle husbands under control by service, the pure devotees who are equal to everyone and completely attached to me in the core of the heart bring me under their full control. Only by service we can control others. It is not that a person who is controlling should take the service. In fact, a person who is really a manager, what he does, he serves. Yesterday, the same topic was there. There is a there is a brahmachari who has come in our farms, and he expects that everybody should listen to him. I told that can happen. It, everyone will listen to you. When it will happen? When you start serving. When you start serving. When you start cooking for others, feeding others, caring others. Like Srila Prabhupada, he cared the devotees. The moment you care the devotees, automatically the devotees are under your control. Whatever you say, they will listen. So this is the key success. In the material world, if you really want to control someone, you want to show that you are a controller, you take a whip, isn't it? Like the master takes the whip and beats the slaves and keeps them under their control. The boss in the office, what he does, he also takes the whip in his tongue, starts scolding, blaspheming, and in this way chastising. In this way they try to control others, they try to pressurize others, they try to trouble others to show that they are controller. But spiritual world is exactly opposite. You have to serve others, you become their servant, automatically they are yours. A whole world in Srila Prabhupada's movement is functioning without any salary. Why? Only few they get that too, which salary, very small salary they get just to maintain their family. Without salary, how can be a company where everybody is ready to do any work, right from jhadu seva, right from cleaning the toilet, right from cleaning the temple, doing the puja, pujaris, worship. Why? Why? Because just because Krishna, Srila Prabhupada taught how to serve. In the spiritual world, you can bring everyone under your control just by good service. Then the brahmachari realized, for he told that he is taking payment of 10,000. Actually, let him take. Now, what is the problem? We have brought him because he's a labor, naturally, but we should train him to be a devotee. Also, he's chanting. He's a devotee also. He's chanting. You cannot expect more out of him. But what we can do, we can serve him very nicely and then see he will do what you want. That will happen. तुम्हारा से जन्म जन्म समहति amara. Toma sabha lagi mora sarva avatar. All of you associate with me birth after birth. All of you associate with me birth after birth. I incarnate in this world for your sake. That means you come. In every birth, you come along with me. And in this way, I am incarnating only for your purpose. Bhagavatam 3rd canto 9th chapter 11th verse states, Tam bhakti yoga paribhavita yarat saroja ashe shrutekshita patho nanunath pumsam yadyadhyana urugaya vibhavayanti tattadvapu pranayashe sat anugrahaya. Oh my Lord, your devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing. Thus their hearts become cleansed. You take your seat there. You are merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendental transcendence in which they always think of you. So hearing process, how wonderful it is. Just by hearing what happens, Lord cleanses our heart and places himself in that heart. And in this way, Krishna is so merciful to the devotees. The devotees always remember Krishna. Smartavya satatam Vishnu vismartavya na jatu chet sarva vidhi nishedasuri etayoreva kinkarah. So in this way, they always remember Krishna, and Krishna gives this mercy. Even remembering Krishna, chanting Krishna's name is also his mercy. Without his mercy, how we are utilizing the time for him? Because of his mercy only we are chanting. So chanting is actually understanding, giving is actually a way to express this gratitude of mercy which Krishna is flowing. See how much important is chanting. Expression of our gratitude to Krishna. Oh Krishna, you are allowing me to utilize this time in your service. What is hearing? Again, hearing is also expression of gratitude. That, oh Krishna, you are allowing us to hear your transcendental pastime. Without your mercy, how we can utilize this time? We would have wasted the time. Maya is so strong. Maya can waste our time in different ways. Can give us that type of a kubuddhi to misuse our time. But then, if someone is taking the shelter of Krishna, whole time he will be Krishna conscious in different ways. Sometimes in book distribution, sometimes in calling, sometimes in writing some padas, something or the other. You can be placed anywhere. That doesn't matter. But it is Krishna's mercy. And how Krishna flows the mercy? Through our spiritual master. It is our spiritual master who engages us in different activities. Namaste Deva Devesha Shankachakra Gadadhara Bhakti Chopatta Paramatman Namostute. Obeisances to you, O Lord of the chief demigods, O holder of the conch shell, this can club, O supreme soul within the heart, O you assume your various forms to fulfill your devotee's desire, obeisances unto you. So it is devotees who desire Krishna in different forms. So in this way, Krishna appears for fulfilling the desire of the devotees. For this, one has to see 10th canto, 27th chapter, 11th verse. तीला देखो आमी तोमा सबर छाड़िया कथाओ न था कि सबे सत्य जान इहम. Know for certain that I do not leave you to stay elsewhere for even a moment. I do not leave you. What is it? What is the statement? Just see, I do not leave you to stay elsewhere. Sometimes you think, oh, we are lost, we are alone. Oh, I am transferred. I'll be cut out from the association of devotees. Krishna says, no, I will not leave you. Our Jagannath is so merciful. Though many devotees, so few of the devotees have shifted from Thane, but he is engaging them in his service so nicely. That is again the anugraha of Krishna. You can be placed anywhere, doesn't work, that doesn't matter. But somehow Krishna will engage us in his service. That is how Krishna does not leave us even for a moment. यही मत प्रभु तत्व कहे करुणाय शुनि सब भक्तगण कांदे ऊर्ध्वराय. In this way, the Lord mercifully narrated these confidential pastimes. After the devotees heard him speak, they began to cry loudly because this is a very touching statement, isn't it? I do not leave you, even if you go anywhere. I do not leave you. So, how Krishna appears in this Kali Yuga in the form of name? Day before yesterday, I was just thinking that anyhow the class is there on Sunday. 15 days I'm going to be here. What am I going to do? But anyhow, I was just chanting and reading Madhurya Kadambini. Yesterday, art of leaving people. Art of leaving. There's a preacher here. He was telling, oh, the present condition of Bangladesh, we should have congregational chanting. He was telling to Jumur. She was telling to Jumur. So anyhow, I was not much interested with these people because they themselves uh, are not liberated from the clutches of Maya. What they are going to liberate others? They don't chant the holy name. But anyhow, somehow in the morning, the thought came, yes, we will chant, we'll make them do the rounds also, chanting the rounds also. Anyhow, Kirtan also will be there chanting. So we are planning for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is children competition here, shloka competition. Jumur and Nikhil, they take 30 children. 30 children are going to chant five shlokas. So then after that, on Sunday, we are going to have Sankirtan for Bangladesh people. This is only a bahana. Bangladesh and all this bahana. But what is real important? Everybody should chant. See, by our chanting, anyhow, the relief is going to go to everyone, first to us only. By chanting, first person who is relieved is myself. And then we can give relief to others also. So this is how on Sunday, Kirtan is going to happen. With the 45, 50 people, Kirtan is going to happen. So this is the nice bahana, else they don't come. So now on the name of Bangladesh, this we can do. Have sankirtans in our houses, call building people, kirtan for peace, because people are now, all Hindus want to come together. Prabhupada says, we cannot have such type of discrimination. But still, atheists and theists or devotees and non-devotees, like that also we can say, but one who has forgotten devotion. But now one can take advantage. Even wherever you are, call 10, 15 people. Those who don't chant also, they will chant. This is nice way to make people chant the holy name. And whoever's karma, whatever it is, they are going to face. But yes, Harinam can remove all the karmas. Even the devotees who have gone inside the jail, they are also chanting. So their chanting will surely keep them protected. Yai mata prabhu tattva kahe karunaya shuni sab bhakta gana kande urdhara. So everybody started crying, crying loudly, urdhara. पुनः पुनः सवे दंड प्रणाम करिया उठे न पदे न काकू करे न कांदिया. As they repeatedly offered obeisances to the Lord, they humbly recited prayers and cried, कि आनंद हैला से अद्वैतेर घरे ये रस हैला पूर्वे नदिया नगरे. The house of Advaita became filled with ecstasy that was that was previously relished in the town of Nadia. So Nadia was experiencing ecstasy when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing congregation chanting. Now the same ecstasy is experienced in the house of Advaita Acharya at Shantipur. Purna Manoratha Hailena Bhaktagana Yateka Purvera Dukkha Haila Kandana. Now the devotees became completely satisfied and their previous distress was mitigated. Now this cry is in ecstasy. One is cry out of distress. So initially they were crying out of distress and having the fear, oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will leave us and go. But now the same distress has been converted into bliss because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu assured them that in every lifetime you are there with me and I appear for your sake only. And I don't leave the devotees anywhere. They are always with me. So this assurance gave them the topmost bliss. Prabhu se janena bhakta dukha kandaite. Hena Prabhu dukhi jivana bhaje mate. The Lord knows how to remove the distress of his devotees. So how can a distressed living entity not worship such a Lord? People want to remove their distress on their own. That doesn't work. The distress is removed by Krishna. And when a devotee knows that all the dukkhas are removed by Krishna, though the devotees are placed in this dukkhalema shashvatam, for a devotee there is no dukkha because they're always chanting the holy name. So Krishna's name makes Krishna present over there. The more we chant, the more we hear, one is out of the dukkha. Somebody told, oh, the devotee is in dukkha. Then he is devotee. Sagunan samatitaitan brahmabhuraya kalpate. The devotee is beyond the three modes of material nature. Devotional service itself is beyond the mode of material nature. So the more we chant, what happens? Hmm? Bhajana Kriya. In this Bhajana Kriya, there are two types of Bhajana Kriya. One is Anishtha Bhajana Kriya, Nishtha Bhajana Kriya, which we'll be speaking on Monday. Sometimes we think we are chanting, why it is not happening? Why the changes are not happening? Anishtha Bhajana Kriya, Nishtha Bhajana Kriya. To reach to Nishtha Bhajana Kriya, one has to cross this Anishtha Bhajana Kriya. This Anishtha Bhajana Kriya starts with Utsai Mahi. It seems that he is very enthusiastic, but still Nishtha has not been developed. There is Tarala, Dhana Tarala. He may sometimes think, oh, let me renounce everything. And sometimes he may think, oh, material desires also I should have. He may try to balance the both. Hmm? Sometimes he thinks, oh, let me leave all the family. Sometimes he thinks, oh, no, I should be in the family. So all these things, confusion, complete confusion. And sometimes, oh, I get so much of mana, bhava. So he does it just to have some appreciation, puja, labha, pratishtha. So this is all anishtha bhajana kriya. Though he's in bhajana kriya, the process is there. But what happens? Still, one is not experiencing the bliss which comes out of nishtha. So even then, Krishna says, even though you do anishtha, because the moment we start sadhana bhakti, klesha agni, this happens. Klesha is automatically removed. Klesha agni shubhada. Moksha lagutagrata sudurlabha. Sadhananda visheshatmas. Shri Krishna akarshi sasa. So this is the 6 important characteristics of devotional service, in which the first 2 is for the sadhana bhakti. The moment we have a good sadhana, even though not so concentrated sadhana, still Krishna says, Anishta bhajana kriya or Nishta bhajana kriya, whatever it may be, but kleshagni, when Lord removes the distress. Simple. Lord removes the distress the moment the devotee starts worshipping Lord. He may worship Lord with great attention. He may worship Lord casually. He may worship Lord with negligence. Whatever it may be, Krishna says he has taken the process. So in this process, sadhana bhakti, these two are the most important factor. Kleshagni and Shubhada. How many paragraphs for this? So we'll try to complete this 275 today. Being afflicted by the distress of the living entities, the Supreme Lord bestows great mercy on them to remove their distress. But because of their ungratefulness, the living entity do not worship him. Lord is anyhow giving mercy, but the living entity is ungrateful. Even if the living entities reciprocally worship the Lord simply as a remover of the distress, they can become free from aversion to the Lord. Even with an understanding, oh Lord, He will remove the distress, let me worship Him, still he can become averse. He can become free from the aversion of Krishna, aversion to Krishna. Padma Puran Uttarakhanda 71.270 states, Naham Naham Vasami Vaikunte Yogina Hridayeshu Va Matbhakta Yatra Gayanti Tatra Tisthami Narada. I do not stay in Vaikunta I do not stay in any yogi's heart. I stay in the place where my devotees chant the holy name. Nanyam tatha padma palasharochana dukkachidam te mragayami kanchana yo mragayate hastagृहीत padmaya shriyetrare anga virmugya manaya. Oh my dear Dhruva, as far as I am concerned, I do not find anyone who can mitigate your distress. But the Supreme Personality of God, whose eyes are like lotus petals, Lochana, Parasha, Palasha, Lochana, Padma, Palasha, Lochana. Only he can mitigate your distress. Many demigods, such as Lord Brahma, seek the pleasure of the goddess of fortune. But goddess of fortune herself, with a lotus flower in the hand, is always ready to render service to the Lord. Bhagavatam speaks 5.18.20 Savai pati syad akto aputo bhaya swayam samantatah pati bhayanturam janam sa eka eva evettartha mito bhayam naivama naivamalabhat adhi manyate param. He alone who is never afraid, but who on the contrary gives complete shelter to all fearful persons, can actually become a husband and protector. Therefore, my Lord, you are the only husband, and no one else can claim this position. If you were not the only husband, you would be afraid of others. Mm. Therefore, persons are learned in all Vedic literature except only your lordship as everyone's master, and they think no one else a better husband and protector than you. So, who is real husband? A real husband is Krishna only. He is husband for the husbands also. Pati palani iti. So if you were not husband, then you would have also been afraid. That means there would have been some other master for you. You are the master. You are the sole master for everyone. Tapatrenabhi hatasya ghore shantapa tapyamanasya bhavad manishah pashyami nanyaj sharanam tavangri dvandvat patra amrita amrita. My dear Lord, for one who is being tormented on the terrible path of birth and death and is constantly overwhelmed by the threefold miseries, I do not see any possible shelter other than your lotus feet, who are just like a refreshing umbrella that pours down showers of delicious nectar. So you are the sole shelter, Ashraya Tattva. Krishna is Ashraya Tattva. 10th canto, it speaks all the glories of Krishna, all the pastimes of Krishna. The 10th canto is actually Ashraya Tattva. Krishna is the only shelter for everyone. The moment we take shelter of Krishna, we don't have to fear for anything. Everything is peacefully planned by Krishna, and everything comes like laddu on the plate. So we don't have to worry. We just have to chant the holy name. Wake up early in the morning, chant the holy name, read Prabhupada books, hear to the glories of the holy name, engage yourself in book distribution, make lovely prasadam for Krishna. What else we want to do is enough. Those who are going to office, go earn, donate in Krishna consciousness. So that is the purpose of earning. And maintain the house in such a way everybody takes up Krishna consciousness very nicely. The purpose of Grahastha Ashram is Atakumbir Tirishishta Varnashrama Vibhagasha Swanishtitasya Dharmasya Samsiddhi Rahitoshanam. Haritoshanam means for the satisfaction of Krishna, perform all the devotional service. Stop here. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday we have the mass distribution of Bhagavad Gita books in Thane. You can do it wherever you are. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. The books are going to be sent to different houses. Hare Krishna,
Hare
leaders'
Krishna,
houses.
Mataji. Mataji, one small doubt. Mataji, Anishtha Bhajan Kriya is also compared to Anartha Nivrutti?
Yeah, there is a process of Anishta, Bhajana Kriya, still Nishta is not there. There only this happens.
Anartha Nivrutti.
Anartha Nivrutti happens. Even in the process of Nishtha, Bhajana Kriya, slowly, whatever we have, that also will go. It comes, Nishtha comes only after Anishta happens. Anishta Nivrutti, Bhajana. the anartha nivrutti, then only nishtha bhajana kriya happens. Whatever, even small culturalizer, that also. Okay.
Okay, Mataji, thank you.
Sindhu